You know the story. Mary gave birth to Jesus and laid him in a manger. Luke 2:7 tells us what happened. And she gave birth to her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling cloths, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. It's the traditional story behind Christmas, and for many, it brings to mind a heartwarming scene. But if you think about it, a manger is not a normal place for a baby to be born. So why was Jesus born in a manger? Before we answer this question, we need to get something straight. The inn, where Joseph and Mary were going to stay, wasn't really an inn, like some kind of motel. It was a guest room in someone's house, maybe belonging to one of Joseph's relatives, since he had to return to Bethlehem, his hometown, to register for a worldwide census. And when Joseph and Mary arrived in Bethlehem after an exhausting 90-mile journey on foot, they were denied a room at the door of this house. It wasn't because there was no space for them in the room. It was because there was no opportunity given to them to get a room. Mary and Joseph were not wanted because Mary and Joseph were not yet married, but Mary was pregnant with Jesus. Disowned and humiliated, they were forced to spend their days with the filthy farm animals of the house. And that's when Mary gave birth to Jesus and laid him in a stone manger. A manger is a far cry from a baby's crib. It's an animal's feeding trough. And as adorable as Christmas makes that sound, there was nothing cute about it. It was gross and despicable. It would have been Mary's darkest hour, the worst moment of her life. This is the real ambiance of Christmas: filth and shame. But as strange as it sounds, we find Mary not crying, but rather savoring this moment. Luke 2:19 says, "But Mary treasured up all these things, pondering them in her heart." She didn't try to forget this awful day. She actually wanted to remember it for the rest of her life, because she saw something we all need to see. Why was Jesus born into a filthy, shameful manger? He was born into this kind of suffering to one day end it.